and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. Dave Cackley is looking as dapper as ever over there yonder, and we are about to embark on a newscast like no other. Excuse me.
Yeah, I think my head wound's cleaned up, too. You see that?
Oh, that came from out of nowhere. What now?
My head wound from yesterday. Pretty much healed.
Well, come on over here. I'll give you another one for being an hour late.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
You reminded me last night.
I couldn't find my pennies.
My apologies. It's not your fault. It's on me. Don't blame
it is.
yourself.
Didn't we have $80 on that, too?
Over whether or not I'd forget the time?
Of course. Ay, caramba. All right, so without further ado, I really hate to rush things along here, but I do have an appointment today, so we got to step this thing up, and let's do our due.
All right, let's get into it. Senator Cory Booker slammed the Homeland Security Secretary for claiming ignorance of President Trump's expletives reportedly uttered during a White House meeting on immigration last week. Kirstjen Nielsen denied hearing Trump use the word shithouse or shithole during the meeting. Booker, a New Jersey Democrat, said Nielsen was complicit in the damage done by Trump's reported insult. In fact, Booker said that when Dick Durbin told him what Trump had said, he had tears in his eyes. Which, okay, I think she's probably lying about it, but I also think Booker's lying about having tears in his eyes. Come on, dude. You're tougher than that. You weren't crying over because Trump said shithouse.
See, I think it's just a contest for you to see how many times you can say the S word. Because you can.
No, CNN is going insane over this because I think someone was calculating something like 250 times or something that they've said it live on air. Nobody cares.
Well, still, I mean, it's all right. He said it. It's over. We know what kind of guy he is underneath the skin. He can make all this, he can say all the stuff he wants to say. But when you judge a person's character, you don't just judge the words they use the context and the way they use them.
No, I judge by actions. I don't care about words.
Okay.
Show me what you're doing.
Okay, great. But you hear the action behind his words.
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? Okay, all right.
What action? No, just what action? Seriously. Give me an example, and I will agree with you if there are actions that back that up. If you're talking about his housing, possible discriminatory housing practices back in the 70s, that would be an action, and I would probably agree with you on that. Right now, no.
Okay.
What else?
I really don't have time to fight with you over this today.
Okay.
I would love to, but since you're an hour late, it doesn't really it doesn't lend itself to a conducive fight.
Gotcha. I understand.
Right.
One of the worst pandemics in human history, the Black Death, along with a string of plague outbreaks during the 14th and 19th centuries, was spread by human fleas and body lice, according to a new study. It was previously suggested that rodents, specifically rats, were behind the plague. More than 1,800 were infected with the plague last year. I still blame the rats. I'm sorry, they're still gross and germ-carrying varmint.
Can you imagine being around in those times, though?
No, I
can't.
Would
literally dump their mush bucket in the street after peeing and crapping in it all night long and have God.
I remember when a form of the plague hit Little House on the Prairie because rats got into like the ice house or the rats got into the bread. That was disgusting. And then a bunch of people ended up dying. I think it was touch and go there with Half Pint for a while.
Ooh.
So fortunately she made it through.
Thank God she lived through that.
Yeah. That would have been horrible.
I've told you the story about Half Pint.
What?
I've told you the story about Half Pint.
Yeah, you're related.
Yeah, distant relative. Yep.
Is it great?
Some like third down the line great grandmother or something like that.
Oh, okay.
My dad's mom died when he was 3.
Okay.
She was a wildie, which back in those days when they moved from state to state or areas, they came to town as wilder, and when back then, if you had bad credit with somebody in town, they just changed their name a little bit.
Right.
And they changed it from Wilder to Wildie. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep, that's me. I'm still waiting on my Little House on the Prairie check.
You should. That's those residuals. The residuals.
One of these days, I'm going to get a residual check in the mail, and my ship has come in, man.
And you'd be on Easy Street.
That's right.
Finally, a new market is set to open in Norton Shores next month. The Great Lakes Fresh Market will open for business on February 5th. The building on Sherman Boulevard is the site of the former Plum Store. Great Lakes will feature a revamped produce department, deli, bakery, and in-store meat cutter. So you'll have your own Sam the Butcher.
Nice.
And that'll be awesome.
Boy, Alice had the hots for Sam, didn't she?
Oh yeah, I can't believe. Eventually, I think they did get married.
Did they?
Brady, it was Well, it was never shown. They never had any specials. But the Brady brides, Marcia and Jan, had a little spin-off in the early '80s, late '70s, early '80s, and it was already suggested that Alice and Sam had gotten married, and because Alice was involved in the planning of that wedding, because obviously
what Alice was
Mrs. Brady had too much time.
Do you think Alice snuck him into the house and hung a coat hanger on the door?
No. There was none of that going on.
Never anything like that.
Interestingly, that Mr. and Mrs. Brady were the first couple shown to go to sleep in the same bed, which is interesting since Robert Reed was gay.
Are you sure?
They were the first. Yes,
I thought it might have been Ricky and Lucy.
No, Ricky and Lucy slept in separate beds.
Did they?
Everybody back in the States slept in separate beds on TV. Because you couldn't have the implication that there were carnal relations going on.
Yeah, you got to wonder, because here's Mr. and Mrs. Brady in bed. You got to wonder if Greg was standing there off camera going, "Get away from her!
She's mine."
That's right.
You like dudes. Sports. It was Dallas doubling up the Red Wings 4-2. That's sports.
Have yourself a great Wednesday, and don't be late tomorrow.
All right, see ya.
You'll be on double secret probation.
Later.